There was a refreshing buzz in the air as it was New Year's Day today. The people in the country brushed aside all the past worries, albeit for a day, mainly triggered by political chaos and economic gloom, as we welcomed the New Year 2080 with renewed enthusiasm and aspirations. Like always, the New Year has brought new hope, new resolution and new plans for the year that lies ahead of us. We here at Kantipur Television take this opportunity to wish all our esteemed viewers and well-wishers a healthy, prosperous and a very happy New Year 2080. Good evening, I'm Amar Singh Pradhan and these are the headlines of the hour. The New Year fervor grips the entire nation. New Year Day celebrated with much fanfare, positive vibes around after a dismal decade. Credibility of political parties in question as foreign policy used to suit party interest. Nepal puts up a lackluster show at the international forum. Auditor General's office suspects massive irregularities ranging from award distribution to former king's asset awards and medals worth 240 million rupees distributed in the past 3 years. And Mulpani Cricket Ground gears up to host the ACC Trophy, an alternative venue to TU Cricket Ground. Kantipur efforts underway to get Mulpani ODI status. The Nepali New Year 2080 has kicked off from today. The New Year Day was celebrated by various communities in their own respective style. On the New Year Day, Sudur Paschim celebrated the Bisu Parva today. The Bisu festival is mainly celebrated by the 7 districts and people from the hill communities who have migrated to the lower Tarai region. The revelers celebrate the occasion by striking one another with stinging nettle leaf soaked in water and indulging in specially made delicacies and singing and dancing. Likewise, in Eastern Tarai, Rajbangsi, Gangai and Tajpuria community celebrated the Pani Sirua festival with the onset of the new year. The Rajbangsi community in Jhapa celebrate the festival for 3 days. They sprinkle water at each other while the junior members of the family bow their head to senior members to get blessings. Likewise, on the occasion of the New Year, Bhaktapur observed the iconic Biscuit Jatra today. There is an age-old custom of lowering a wooden pole to celebrate the occasion. With the onset of the New Year, the Bhaktapur denizens celebrate the Biscuit Jatra with much fanfare and fervor. The wooden pole, represented as the replica of Bhairavnath deity, is worshipped and lowered to the ground amid chanting of Vedic mantras and celebrations. The wooden pole is lifted on the last day of the Nepali year while it is made to crash into the ground on the New Year Day as per rituals every year. The New Year Day today has also marked the end of one decade. The decade was eventful in a number of ways as the country witnessed the catastrophic earthquake, the Corona Mahim, while the country also witnessed the promulgation of the new constitution. And in this context, we have asked people in several provinces what positive changes have they noted in the country in the past decade. Let's take a look at what they have to say.
Public voice.
एकदमै सुनिश्चित भइरहेको छ।
शिक्षा र स्वास्थ्यमा चाहिँ सकारात्मक सुधारहरू भएका छन्।
बाटोघाटो बनेका छन्।
अहिले नेताहरू के गरेछ मात्र यसै बेला गाडीले घुमेछ, आफ्नोमा परिवर्तन आएछ।
मेरो बुबाको पालोमा अवस्था सेम त्यस्तै छ, मेरो पनि पालामा यस्तै अवस्था छ।
कुनै परिवर्तन छैन।
गाउँ-गाउँमा सिंहदरबार आयो।
बाटोघाटो त हुन त भयो, तर के हो भने माटो पुर्दिने ग्रेभल गर्दिने त्यति मात्रै हो।
खानी पानीको लागि भयो, अब बत्ती आयो, जताततैबाट खर्च घर घर पुगे।
बिपी आए भाइ मन हो।
आता त मोबाइल छ।
बेचबिखान भएको महिला आमा दिदी बहिनीहरूलाई पनि उद्धार भएको छ।
दूरदराज
बस्तीमा बसेका जनताको पनि एउटा राजनीतिक चेतना धेरै माथि उठेको छ।
संविधान सभाबाट संविधान बन्यो।
केन्द्रमा भएका अधिकारहरू चाहिँ गाउँ-गाउँसम्म आएको छ।
3 तहको सरकार बन्यो।
The government has emphasized on the need to seek for a national consensus with its foreign policy as it announced its common minimum program. While it goes without saying that Nepal's policies should be balanced and one that focuses on national interest amid changing geopolitical landscape, there have been instances where leaders have aired immature comments that raise doubts of the government's seriousness towards the issue. 3 years ago, the then CPNUML-led government issued the country's first integrated foreign policy. However, the ruling party did not consult opposition parties, which resulted in the ownership issue. The policies remained unexplored during the succeeding government led by Nepali Congress. Experts have expressed concerns on the trend of parties forcing policies that best suit their interest instead of the national sovereignty and territorial integrity. Nepal's foreign policy revolves around a few key ideologies including universal equality, non-alignment, global peace and peaceful solutions to conflicts. However, each government and each parties have put forth differing views. This, according to foreign affairs experts, shows the lack of seriousness on the part of parties towards the country's foreign policy. The Foreign Policy 2077 includes bilateral, multilateral, regional and financial diplomacy among 20 issues. However, strategies for their implementation have yet to be decided. In the changing geopolitical scenario and growing interest from power nations, Nepal's diplomatic circle has failed to put forth national interest in a categorical style. There is a call on parties and leaders to forge strategies for the implementation of existing foreign policies as they are concerned with the country's economic development, foreign direct investment, access to international labor market, commercialization of Nepali products and tourism. And now time for our segment Public Pulse, where it texts us with their opinion.
Public Pulse. And
let's take a look at your response to yesterday's question. And we had asked you what should be the priority of new leadership of FNCCI. 66% voted for option A, improve economy. 30% voted for option B, raise investments, and 4% voted for option C, coordinate with the government. And here's today's question. And the question is, why have areas of the country been piling up every year? Option A, no good governance. Option B, lack of accountability. And option C, poor monitoring. The voting is on. Type in AWS, select your option A, B or C and send it to 34001 to share opinion with us. On the occasion of the New Year's Day, the President's Office Sital Niwas today distributed special awards to as many as 982 individuals. A report by Auditor General's Office that was published only yesterday had stated that the state has spent a whopping 340 million rupees on the distribution of medals and awards in the past 3 years. Citing this scenario, the Auditor General's Office had urged the government to curb on its extravagant ways. In the meantime, the arrears amount exceeding 119 billion rupees has been recorded in the audit carried out by the 3 tiers of the government. The report has also pointed out massive financial embezzlement in various sectors. The wealth and properties of the Royal Palace that was put under National Trust has been misused. The Nepal Trust also leased out 2007 ropenis of land to Gokarna Resort for a period of 30 years without calling for a tender. Likewise, regulations were breached while leasing out 2 ropeni land at Darbar Marga for an annual amount of 45 million rupees. The report has also pointed out that some 4 million doses against coronavirus were rendered useless, while also mentioning about the financial irregularities in agriculture grant. There is also a massive foul play suspected in the local levels, as a number of local governments have not conducted auditing with increasing volume of area amount. The report has also questioned the motive of the under construction view tower in Java district.
Sports news.
Mulpani cricket ground has been prepared to host international matches. This has come in relief for TU cricket ground at Kantipur, which has sustained the pressure of international matches for the past 2 decades. As ACC Premier Cup gets underway at Mulpani from coming Tuesday, efforts are underway to bag ODI venue status for Mulpani ground. Nepal's national cricket team played a practice match at the upper Mulpani ground on Wednesday. A technical team from the cricket governing body in the country CAN took a stock of the pitch and the outfield. An expert team of internationals has been mobilized for the management of the pitch and the ground. The local government has also extended financial help to the ground located at the center of the Kageshwari municipality. 2 new side screens along with the new scoreboard have been set up at the ground. The construction works for players' pavilion is still underway, while CAN has already made VIP parking, parapets and toilets. With ACC Premier Cup being hosted, the event will also open doors for international calendar in the upcoming days. CAN has claimed that the Mulpani ground has fulfilled majority of criteria required to meet the standard of the international venue. Likewise, CAN has also said that an age group cricket tournaments will be held in the lower Mulpani ground. And time now for weather update. And those were our latest headlines. Up next is News in Nepali. Good night and Happy New Year once again.